Hello. Every now and then, there's a job that comes along and you just think, oh, that's going to be so cool. That is going to be great. And you look forward to it and you really want to make it work and you're like, okay, this is going to be good. And there's a but. But for me to give this job everything that I want to give it my all, to make it into something like this piece here that you can see, to make it an outstanding piece, something that you're really proud of, that the customer's going to be over the moon with, you need to get all the other stuff out the way. And that's what I need to do. I need to get all the other distractions, all the other bits and pieces. So this job's been put off a little bit too long, but I've got a patient customer, so he's a great guy. So now's the time to get on with it. And the strange thing is, I've been the last few days sorting other things out, which you might see in the videos. See the previous video, you'll see it. Sorting other bits and pieces out, and I've been thinking of today being the day that I start getting on with it. And the weird thing is, on the way into the workshop, I get a message on my phone from him. He's here. He's come to have a look and have a chat, see if I've started, if I'm getting on with it, how I'm getting on with it, whatever. And it's funny that sometimes when you're thinking of people and you're thinking of things, they get in touch. It's a shame it didn't happen with the bed. This is really interesting. This is really different, and it's going to be up there as one of the as like some of the other pieces I've done that you've seen that are quite big on the channel. Let's have a look. So this whole video is about this Paralympic torch and the design process to make a cabinet that's going to hold it. So please enjoy. Let's just have a look at the end, and this is an Olympic torch. Let's get it open. So this wonderful cardboard container is beautifully lined, beautifully made. Inside here is, there it is with its leather strap, that's wonderful. Inside here we have this velvet bag, which is lovely. Let's take that out. And inside this wonderful velvet bag is a used, because this is the real thing, is a used and very light Olympic torch. Sorry, Paralympic torch. What do you think of that? Look at that. Isn't it beautiful? So that's Pyeongchang Paralympic Games. It's just wonderful. The top is gorgeous. I love this. Like a rose gold chrome. And I think, yes, it comes apart, but I don't need to do that. It's numbered, it's got the number on the bottom. It's got Passion Connected written on the bottom. So this is important for me. There's another bit that's really important for me as well, which, can you see that there right in the middle of the picture, is a fitting. And that fitting is going to be part of the way I'm going to hold it in the cabinet. So there you go. So you're wondering why there's a sheet of ply there. Well, the first thing I need to do is I need to start getting dimensions down and start drawing it out on here so that I can see what the cabinet's going to look like. And obviously I need the torch. I'll get on with it for a bit, then you'll be able to see. Yeah, these boards get used for different things. This was used for a church font. So now I'm going to use it for this cabinet. So, first thing to check is, have we got a nice square corner? And we have, so we're up and running. Right, so before I decide where this goes, basically it's going to be, I'll tell you what's going to happen. It's going to be a corner cupboard. The corner cupboard is also going to house the box, so it's not just the torch, glass front here, the torch. Hidden behind that will be this lovely container, which is tall. So I need to sort out how I'm connecting to the wall. So imagine this is the wall, and I've got some offcuts of 15mm ply here. It isn't, it's 18. Okay, 17.5mm. So I can start working out 17.5mm is there. I'll continue that. 17.5mm is here. There you go. There you go. So I'll continue that down there. I'll make some French cleats out of these. So I'll tidy these up, make a couple of French cleats, and that's my method of fixing to a wall. So this cabinet you'll be able to pick this cabinet up and you'll be able to push it into the corner of the room and lower it onto these French cleats, and it'll stay there. So if you ever want to move it, it's quite quick and easy. Won't happen by accident. It's got to be a definite pull. We could put a couple of fixing screws as well, so that once you put it up on the French cleats, a couple of fixing screws stops it being moved, so you have to remove those screws to lift it and take it away. So that's what we'll do. So these are going to be used for the cleats. Now we can start working out this area behind the back of the cabinet where the tube goes. So I'm going to get on with that. I'll get back to you in a sec. Right, so there's my 17.5mm. I've now come 20mm inside there, 20mm away from this edge for the tube to sit, and I'm just carefully running around here with a pencil. So now I've got that. So now my next thing to do is design the back panel, which is going to be at 45 degrees. So let's get on with that. How can we do a nice 45 degrees? Well, let's just work out that let's go 290 that way. You still, yeah, 290 that way. Where those touch there, how far away from that is there? It's too close. Okay, so let's go 300. Okay, let's speed this up a bit. The back panel is going to be 9mm. I'm working out how far from the corner this is from to both sides, getting that right. Changed my mind a couple of times there, so it was a bit ropey at times. But it's making room for this cardboard tube. The tube is just as important to me as the torch. It's all part of it. So this has got to be carefully thought through. But I'm getting there. So what I'm doing here is I'm just working out what sort of shapes I can have, how the cabinet can fit. I don't want a boxy normal thing. I want it to look a little bit angled, a little bit different. That's roughly where the torch will be standing, at an angle like that. Yeah, I think this will work. It's getting there. So what I'm doing now is I'm using the right hand side of the board, as you can see, for the front view to get the height and width and how it all sits. Making sure I've got enough room around it This is important, that the torch has got plenty of room around it. Then I'm going to the left hand side to do the plan view. So that's why I'll flip from one side to the other, just to make sure I'm happy with how it'll look from the front. And then these, yeah, that bit there I was just showing you. And that's how the cabinet's going to open. The way I move the rule then is how it'll open. So I wondered whether this curve would help me. It did in place, in part, but not in others. And basically I just kept working my way out from the corner, out into the board. Yeah, I wasn't keen with some of those lines. But anyhow, got them sorted. A little bit of thinking time. How's this going to work? And then I knew I'd got to put angles in there. So yeah, I'm getting there. So yeah, just working out how this is going to work with the torch. Lots of messing around. This isn't one thing that you'd want to do on a computer. It's easier, it's far easier to just draw it out like this. Yeah, I'm on the right line. So I'm still working out the back panel for inside the cabinet. You always need a sharp pencil. And I've got I'm now working out the angles of the cabinet, the sort of interior of the cabinet. And I think the idea here is that the front frame on the inside where the glass is will be similar width. The glass will be similar width to the back panel. That's what I'm looking at. So yeah, it's coming on. It's looking pretty good. Okay, if I do this internal angle at the intersection of these two, then that's a nice angle. So let's lose that angle. So the internal angle of the cabinet is the same angle as that. Then when you view that would look quite nice. Okay, it works. And this is why you do it on. This is why you do it on here, so that you can get all of the dimensions. You can sort out all the problems, sort out the way it's done. How is it going to work? Because all of this is just this section. This is a section for. This is just going to be tall. To take that, everything is on here. And the height is no problem. Not worried about the height. But this has got to work. And I think to look inside an angled part, to look through glass here, glass, angle, back, will look quite nice. How am I going to make that work? I don't know yet. So out comes the cardboard. This has got to be an easier way of doing it. So now I've got getting a bit more 3D and I can work out just how this is all going to fit together. So the door there is going to open, but I also want this to pivot here and I want that to open. Because that is going to be there. That will all clear that. That will clear that. And then you can see the tube. Okay. I think that's a plan. I think that's going to work. Pivot point just about here. So I've got to watch how I do this junction here, and whatever I do there I can mimic there as well. So nobody will really know. And then we've got that pivot point. Okay, so maybe so what I'm thinking now is the cupboard can go down to there. This back panel can carry on, and it makes like a corner that this sits in. So when that's open, let's just roughly draw it so you know what I'm on about. So that goes across there. This comes across here. The round thing's there. So when that does that, however far it opens, there will need to be a stop on it. Right, it's there. So when that opens, first of all, this light's got to be rounded. Okay, so that's going to do that. I'll do that so that it stops there, so that the cabinet is still supported. Okay, that'll be it. But you'll still be able to stand there and see it, get it out. Yeah. I mean, could I put it back here so that it, no, because I've got no room for this. It cuts into all of that, so there's no, I can't. It's got to be there. It's got to be there. That opens, comes to there and stops. The only way I could make that better is if I rounded that off. Round this off. Round on the inside, making that more complicated, that would be no. Keep it simple. Try and keep it simple. But a great solution. You know, we've got a door that hinges here, so you can get to that, to the torch. And we've got a door that pivots there, so that the whole cabinet can. I've got it. So yes, thanks for joining me. Thanks for being watching this video. If you can support me, that's great. It helps make the videos, which do take a while to make. Everybody that does YouTube, I totally get it now. I've done over 100 videos, and I really do get it. It's a full-time job in itself. Just doing all the filming and the editing is one person's job, let alone all the other stuff that you're trying to do. Anyhow, thanks for watching. Catch you in the next video. See you soon.